Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 3 of the Skill and Career mode. And the first thing we do in this episode is actually to adjust our budget a little bit to get some more money for wages and see if we maybe could loan a player or two here towards the end of the transfer window. So I approached CSK Moscow to see if we can get a Vitinho, which they were willing to sell early on in the transfer window, but because we went out and got Chikawi, we did not have the money to buy Vitinho. So I decided to see if maybe I could get him on a loan for a full season and then buy him at the end of the season. That was at least what I pursued, and then I went into a game while waiting for an answer from CSK Moscow, and we're going to White Hart Lane up against Spurs. And in real life, that fixture didn't turn out too well for QPR, so I was hoping I could do it a little bit better on the virtual pitch. We get a shot in there with Hoyle, but not finding the target whatsoever, and to be fair, this game was a bit of a midfield battle. These kind of shots were kind of the shots Spurs had. They had a few of them, but they would never trouble Green in the net. And for QPR and myself, I just couldn't really break down the Spurs defense. So yeah, midfield battle this was, and it ended 0-0. So a pretty boring game overall, to be fair. As you can see, Spurs had 6 shots, 0 on target. Most of the possession, I had 3 shots, 1 on target, but not really anything happening. And we got an offer there from Max Emmer to loan him out for a season, and I decided to go for that, get a bit more money into the wage budget. And then I approached CSK Moscow as well, because they said they were not interested in loaning him out when I had, the purchase option at the end of the season, but without any option as well. Of being able to buy him. They just didn't want to let go of him. If he wants to leave Russia, he was going with a transfer offer, money for him, or nothing was going to happen. So I was looking for another player. I checked my shortlist. Maxim was too expensive, and instead I decided to try and go for maybe Memphis Depay. Maybe I could get him, but PSV, they were not interested in letting him go. He is a pretty valuable player to them. And he was not going anywhere. And I got a message that Sifty was returning from injury. He's still not completely fit to play. At least that is the danger that he will get injured again. So I didn't play him up against Sunderland. But I did change my lineup a little bit. Matt Phillips, he asked if he could play. And to be fair, Sean Wright-Phillips is on a bit of a decline. He's getting pretty old. And Matt Phillips, he's higher rated. He got 4-star skills as well, whereas Sean Wright-Phillips got the 3-star skills. So I thought, you know what, we're going to give Matt Phillips a go up against Sunderland. And we got a shot in there, and on the rebound, it is Trafford to get a goal for QPR, bring us up 1-0, but Sunderland, they got a chance in there as well, couldn't find the back of the net though, and instead we're into the second half. Sandro, what a shot, and how close does it get? Just on the wrong side of the line. Had it been maybe, 20-30 centimeters further on the other side of the line, that'd have been a beautiful goal. But it bounces out on the wrong side, unfortunately, and the goal line technology lets me know there. And a little bit later into the game, I decided to get our goal scorer to wrap off the pitch, get Kranjčar in, because we did have a pretty tough game coming up a little bit later this week. So I decided to rest Trafford a little bit, but in the 85th minute, Fair loses the ball inside the box, and that starts a counter-attack for Sunderland. Fletcher on the counter, going down the wing, he'll send it in, and Isla could not get in front of Buckley, and Sunderland gets a very late goal. When you looked at the full-time stats, which you probably just got a quick glimpse of, Sunderland did have more shots in than me, but I felt it was tough conceding such a late goal. It would have been nice to go away from that game with 3 points, but it ended up being a draw, and instead we reached transfer deadline day, and whatever player I tried to get on a loan, everybody just rejected me. I was kind of looking for Okora, but no, Aston Villa didn't want to let go of him. And then I decided, you know what, maybe we can get a free kick taker that got some really good free kick stats. But I tried a few different players, but every club just let me know we're not willing to let any player go on a loan. We send a player out ourselves on loan, get a bit more money into our wage budget. But Saljovic, we tried to approach him. Once again, Hoffenheim saying no. We tried Sockbeer, which actually got some pretty good free kick stats on the game. But Aston Villa returning just as they did with Okora, letting me know we're not interested in letting him go. So I decided at the end, you know what, we're gonna save the money. Maybe we'll be able to use them for youth scout, or maybe we could use the money to sign a pre-contract in January for some players. So I decided to save the money for now, and then I went into kind of the squad report just to check out our lineup for the next upcoming 6 months. And Rob Green in the net, he did actually improve, which is nice. He's getting pretty old, but still improving. Really, really nice. Trafford as well, improving. Got some pretty decent physical stats in my opinion. Sandro not showing anything whatsoever, but he's solid. And then Leroy Fair, look at those stats. If he can keep on improving, he will be insane in the midfield. Trafford still with the same rating. Sean Wright-Phillips, he's on decline, and we might send him away from the club in January if we can get some money in for him. Hoylett improved as well. Ferdinand on the decline as well. He is getting pretty old, so it's not like it. You can understand why he is on the decline. McCarthy improving a little bit. The same thing for Matt Phillips, 23 years of age, 72 rated now, and we'll definitely give him some more playing time. Chikawi not really showing anything because he's injured. Cruncher getting a little bit old as well. The same thing for Joey Barton on the decline, and there's definitely some players we'll try and get rid of, as you can see, in maybe the January transfer window. We got Kelvin a bit on a decline as well, and that's because of the injury. And then we got Sifty, which is returning from injury, and he's already gone up 1 rating. So there's definitely an option there for him to grow and maybe break into the mid-70s. That would be pretty nice. Maybe we can get him to like a 72 at the end of the season. That would definitely be something very nice. But apart from that, we have one more match to play in this episode, and that was away to Old Trafford. And again, this was a fixture where I had everything to win. I saw it a bit like the Spurs game. Like, if I can get any points away from this, it would just be extra points that I wouldn't really expect to get. We break on through early on. A lovely ball from Vargas, but the linesman shows the flag, and it is as close as it's gonna get. I felt that was pretty much in line with the United defender, but instead it kind of went wrong in the defense. Van Persie got a shot in there, he hit the post, and United really had a lot of pressure on Di Maria to Moutinho to Rooney, and it's an own goal. 1-0 to United in the 23rd minute, but we will get a chance here, because in the 28th minute, Luke Shaw with a stupid slide tackle, he gets sent off, he gets the marching orders, and straight after that, we would see Rooney go off and on with Rojo to play in the defense. So United still play with that 4 back, but I got the initiative after this 11 versus 10 men, and we get a shot in with Hoylett, and we are really good at scoring rebounds here at the start of the season, and we make it a 1-1. And we kept on with the chances. Lovely back heel to Vargas from Trafford, but we could not complete the attacking sequence to get a goal, and instead my defense got split apart in just one like mess up in the defense, and United were leading 2-1. And in the 90th minute, I was almost able to break on through, but Lineker would save the shot, and instead of the pass in through, and this game was basically coming to an end. But I had the pressure. I was playing all-out attack. Lovely back heel to Isla. He goes with the fake shot, stops up. Corker up in the box with a fake shot past the defender, and in the dying seconds, Corker gets us a goal to make it 2-2 at Old Trafford, and I was pretty happy about that. Getting a late equalizer to make it 2-2 was just like, that was really, really nice. Getting 1 point away from Old Trafford was really nice, and as you can see here, United could kick off and the game would be over. So we did get 1 point away from Old Trafford, and we were sitting on most of the game in some way. I kind of wanted to win it. After they got Luke Shaw sent off, it was QPR all over the place, but one shot into the second half would kind of put the pressure back onto me as United went up 2-1. But again, we managed to get a 2-2 equalizer, and yeah, looking at the full-time stats, couldn't really find the target on most of my shots, but still, and like, if you had said to me that we would be sitting on 6 points after the first 4 games, I would be generally okay with that, because we did have 2 really tough fixtures away at Old Trafford and White Hart Lane. So after 4 games, we're sitting on 6 points at 3rd place. Of course, there's a bunch of teams having a game in hand, but still, it's looking alright, and I think we do have a pretty good chance of being at a place in the table where we'll qualify for Europe, maybe even Champions League. Maybe we can climb into the 4th spot at the end of the season if we get really lucky. But we're still really early on, and we will continue soon again with another episode of the Skill and Career Mode. But it's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.